This year, for the first time, I've grown red and green tomatillos. These are the red ones, and I grew 2 varieties to help with pollination. And these are my green tomatillos. As you can see, they seem to do very well on this heavy clay soil. I grew these from seeds, so I didn't bring them down to the plot until the seeds were well on, immature, and they've done very well. So today my pear trees down the allotments are going to get their first treatments with the lavender oil wash. It's basically a mineral body wash, but it's got lots of real lavender oil in. Let's see what we can do. The leaves are about to die, but I'm trying to break the cycle of the spores. Obviously in spring I'll have to spray again, but not the flowers. Essential oils are a bit of a problem for pollination, so you need to be careful not to have them on if you've got pollinators around, because you might put off the insects. Some things have done very well, even if the pears haven't done that too well. So the apples mostly have done extremely well. As you can see looking around the plot here, there's a number of apple trees. So leaving them on the tree as long as possible, and basically found that with Granny Smith we left them on till November last year, and they just got sweeter and even more tasty. I grew these Uchiki variants from seeds from last year's Uchiki curries, and I've seemed to have 3 different variants growing just from a few plants. You can see there's a couple there, and there's one going to be developing here on this female flower. This Uchiki curry seems more traditional, like it should be originally, but they're not F1 seeds, because as I say, I grew these from seeds I collected last year, and they're cross-pollinated. This year, for the first time, I'm going to be growing these red Brussels sprouts. As you can see, they're just starting to form. Been a bit attacked by insects, so I'm going to give it the good old lavender mineral body wash spray. Mostly I think it's whitefly by the looks of it. Yeah, it's whitefly, which is a perennial problem, but I'll give it a little bit of spray with the essential oil diluted down in the mineral wash, see how it goes. So these are for Christmas, if they make it. Our favourite veg this year has definitely been these red round cabbages, because despite being attacked, even though they had enviromesh with cabbage white, caterpillars, etc., that they only go for the outer leaves, and the inner leaves absolutely compact, so compact and dense nothing gets in. And Jane's really loved having these raw for breakfast, and they taste better raw than cooked. Beautiful cabbage. That's the first time I've grown this. Got this from Blue Diamond Garden Centre. Not all of the greens that I grew were a success. This Romanesco cauliflower was a disaster, and I've left the leaves here for the wood pigeons, because they're getting a little bit hungry now that autumn's here, and they want a little sort of substitute for berries, so they'll peck this to bits. I don't believe it's very edible because they're very old, these leaves. This is what I'm trialling for insects on the plot, including whitefly, greenfly and blackfly, etc. I'm using my 2-litre spray bottle here. I'm using 4 or 5 squirts of a mineral body wash. The active ingredient is real lavender oil, but it's also got non-soap detergents which will help it to stick, and it's also got some bromide in, which is antibacterial, and to make it slightly even antifungal because of the damage done by insects, I'm using 4 or 5 squirts of tea tree and peppermint oil foaming face wash. This has got real essential oils. Mix them all up, get them in a spray container, and away you go. On the undersides of these leaves, you can see, I've just sprayed these, you can see where the damage has been done, and you can see the little white fly all over the place. So basically that's what I'm using on my plot, and you can see the damage done to these sprouts, which I'm looking forward to for Christmas Day. But let's see if I can do something about it. So pump it up, as Elvis Costello would say, and away you go. Enjoy, whitefly. Hopefully this will be goodbye to you. Oh, look at them all go. Oh, crikey. Lavender oil. It's magic, isn't it? Bit of lavender oil on your plot. Smashing. Enjoy it. That's Mike at the brassicas on his plot. pot from the plot, showing you how I'm getting rid of some of the pests on my plot. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching what's been going on in my plot. I'll keep you updated. So today's dinner is going to be some minced beef, which has got dumplings and some carrots in it. And for a change, I'm going to have some tomatillos. These are some green tomatillos roasted in olive oil with sea salt. And also, so we've really been enjoying this is our red round cabbage. Look how dense it is. Beautifully eaten raw. So that's what tonight's din dins is going to be. Bit of bubble and squeak with a bit of allotment magic mixed in. So the tomatillos are gorgeous. They have a sort of like a quite a sort of a citrusy zing to them, I would say. These tomatillos have been cooked in olive oil with some sea salt added, lightly roasted for about an hour at 180 degrees. We've got a fan assisted oven, and they did take that long to cook because apparently they do have some toxins in them, so you've got to cook them. And they have the consistency of peppers, like a bell pepper, quite a zingy, tangy taste to them. Better than I thought they would be, and it's the first time I've tasted them, but I'm having them tonight as bubble and squeak, which is because they're a day old. Here we have my bubble and squeak dinner. I've got some lovely roasted tomatillos. These were an hour at 180, and they've got olive oil and some sea salt. There's some cocktail tomatoes there, grown outside in grow bags, which I've harvested. There's obviously the dumplings, yum yum, and it's on a bed. There's a bed of rice there, and also from the allotment is the red round cabbage, lovely dense round cabbage, lightly cooked. You can eat this raw as well. It's got a beautiful peppery flavour. So there you go, nice bubble and squeak din dins tonight.